Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for checking back in. Apologies for the delay. I know this year's been crazy for a lot of people, me included. And so definitely gonna try to get back to doing some videos. Been using the boat a little bit. I wanna definitely do one on that. I got a couple of videos I wanna do on that, which would be pretty cool. A little update on the car before we get started. I do have the hood trimmed and did all the Zeus rails to mount. Got it trimmed and mounted, and it's looking good. Got the windshield in there just for placement, and now we're gonna start doing some of the body work. You gotta fill this in, push this out, fill it in, and really start cleaning up the body, getting it ready for paint. I'm gonna start tearing it down soon. So yeah, that was kind of like the last piece of the puzzle, was to get the hood trimmed and set up. So this way we know what everything kind of lays, all the lines and stuff. Everything's nice and tight. I got these in here to keep the back of the hood up, just temporarily. But I'm gonna make a little bracket with like those rubber bumpers, like on a regular car that keeps the hood up, so keep it off the windshield about 1/4 of an inch. So I'll have to make something like that just to keep it up. But these are all lined up and locked in, and I'll show you that right now. So there it is on. A little bit of a pain right now because these top pieces aren't connected to the hood yet. I want to get the hood painted first and then rivet these on just one time instead of having to put them on and then take them off, put them back on. So once these come off, they're kind of just floating, so I gotta take them all out. But lately I've just been leaving the hood on it, and it definitely looks a lot better. Trim this. I've seen some guys that come here and then do like a 90 degree. Kind of wanted to keep it like a swooping little bend instead of doing a 90, which I think it looks a lot better that way. It definitely looks good. And then those bumpers, we'll leave the hood up about that much on both sides. Keep it off the windshield. That looks good. Gonna do some adjustments here to get this over more and lined up on both sides. And we'll do that while we're getting it ready for paint. But all in all these little lines are pretty much lined up. And that's it. We just gotta get some body work going now. But definitely looks cool. Also, full disclosure, I did have this car up for sale about a month ago on Yellow Bullet. Some people may have seen it. A couple guys like Kai Kelly and Bobby DeCody were on there commenting some stuff. But I ended up keeping it, just having like a weird moment in time. Wasn't really looking at it. I have another little storage unit over here, and the car was in there for, I don't know, like 6 weeks. I literally didn't even look at it. And I just had this weird notion that like maybe I should just sell it, kind of like an out of sight, out of mind thing. And then I took it out of there on a Saturday morning and was like, what the hell is wrong with me? So this car is not going anywhere until it's done. But it's definitely looking badass. So I'd like to just apologize to all my viewers. Because some of you guys were on there commenting that you were very upset that you weren't going to be able to see it done. and that kind of definitely hit me pretty hard. So I'm glad you guys commented that stuff, and this build is going on until it's finished. So definitely stay tuned for that, and let's get to this video. All right, so this is my new trailer, and it is mainly for I have a car storage business. So basically I have 50 cars that I store for people in the wintertime. Some of them need to be picked up, and I've been using the big race trailer, the big enclosed for that, and it's a pain in the ass. It's big to get down certain roads, and loading and unloading by yourself is tough because it's so tight sometimes, and I just get nervous, and I really don't want to damage that trailer. It's just too nice of a trailer. So I got this bad boy, and I needed it. It came from Maryland, a place called Capital Renegade, and they're mainly known for the big Renegade toter homes and stuff, but I guess this is one of their sister companies. It's a company called Beast, made in the USA. Beast Trailers. Pretty cool logo. It is a 20x7 all aluminum. There's the info there if you guys are looking to pick one up. All diamond plate floor. These fenders are fully removable. You got 2 pins, one on either side. The whole fender comes off, so when you're loading and unloading, you could get in and open the doors. Both fenders come off. It has It has 2 ramps, aluminum ramps. So 2 of those come out, and they click on the back, and this also has a 2-foot dovetail, so you can get low cars that are low to the ground on there. But definitely a nice trailer. It came just the way you see it. Nice black wheels, everything super light, weighs like 1,400 pounds empty, so you can kind of tow it with anything. You know, if you're in a pinch and you don't have your big truck, you can kind of tow it with a Tahoe or something like that, or a smaller 1,500 pickup. I opted to get this box, which you'll see shortly. So basically, this is where the battery is going to go for the winch. I'm going to install the winch right here. So let's get going. I need to do a winch on there so I can winch cars up and down. Some that may not run or whatever. That car doing short runs, it's going to go on there. It's going to get winched on and off. And then my other one, if I need to take it somewhere, you know, that one I won't have to winch on. But yeah, let's get going. I want to install the winch and the battery and the wiring and all that stuff. So let's get to it. All right, so here's the winch I got from Amazon. It is a 12,000 pound winch. Definitely overkill for this, but I figured why not, just in case, you never know. Comes with a big hook. Looks like a ground wire, some bolts. This is the remote system. So basically you got the manual remote, and then there's also a wireless remote in here. So you don't have to plug it in, you just basically hit the wireless remote, which is nice. Shit's heavy. This is it's a Stegadon. Oh, it's actually 13,000 pounds. So you can basically pull your house down with this friggin' thing. I opted for the black synthetic rope so it doesn't scratch the bottom of the trailer when it's dragging up. I did the same thing in the big trailer, which I never did a video on, but one day I'll show you that one. And this is for the wiring. And so it has this big, it's got this thing that would kind of basically go on the front here. So this is where I want it to be, right in the middle. And this way the wiring can go right behind it and into the box. Just make everything nice and easy. And then I'll still have room in the box for some straps and stuff over here, and the battery will be there, and I have the wiring coming in the other side. But looks good there. I'm going to just get underneath, take some measurements, and see where exactly I got to drill some holes. Alright, so they didn't give you a template, so I made one out of cardboard. Just kind of put it like this, pop some holes in it, 4 holes. I also I bought that Motion Wasteworks kit, but they had like the leftover scrap pieces. Starting to come in handy. So I got 2 of these, just like 3/8 aluminum. Nice big chunks. So these are going to go underneath to hold it up. Because right now I'm only going to be going through the diamond plate because there are no beams running. I got 1 beam all the way in the front, and we'll be able to get to that one. So I'm going to go like this from underneath. So let's get these measured up and drilled. Alright, I ended up mounting it off camera because I had a bunch of customers coming in, and it's a little bit of a bitch, but I'll show you what I did. Basically, because it's a thin, just a kind of thin, I don't know if it's 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch diamond plate, I sandwiched these two. I use these plates similar to this. So I use one of these on top and then a big one on the bottom. I'll show you this big fat one on the bottom. And I basically just sandwiched them together. I had to run to the hardware store to get longer bolts, but it's definitely tight. I'll show you underneath. So I got one bracket on that side and then one on that side. Should definitely have enough strength to not break the top diamond plate. But we'll see. Alright, next up I'm going to do the mount the battery tray, get the battery in there and start wiring. So I got this Noco basically battery tray. It's mounts like this. It's got room for 8 holes. So I'm gonna put it on this side because I think it'll be easier having it on the right side. Because like when I get out of the truck on the driver's side, I want to be able to have the straps over here. Or like if I'm undoing the straps, take the straps out. I'm going to mainly be on this side. This way the battery won't be in my way as much. So that's the idea. So let me get these drilled and mounted. So I got the battery tray mounted. There's 2, 4, 6, 8 bolts. Let's see. Down. Tough to see down there. On that edge, see a couple down there. And then on here. Just basically countersunk them. They're countersunk on that plate. Mounted. Locking up from underneath. And that thing ain't going anywhere. This is a little looser than I wanted, so I gotta try to figure that out. See if I can tighten that, or I'll just get another one coming from this side and go around. Because it just can't really tighten it more than that. It just kind of slides around, so I gotta, maybe I'm doing something wrong, I gotta see. So I'll mess with that, but now I'm gonna mess with the wiring on the winch. So basically this gets mounted like that, and then all the wiring is going to go to here, and then the 2 leads will go into the battery. So I'm going to do that right now. All right, so in order to get the battery to charge while it's plugged into the truck, you have to locate the power wire within the junction box here that's getting 12 volts basically all the time. So it's normally the black one. See this black? Let's just see if I can get in there. Let's just see here. So there's the white one, which is the ground, and then this one, see it's getting 12 volts all the time. So I got this wire that's coming from the battery on the positive side, going to that power line, that power junction box, and basically that's going to charge the battery while the truck is, while the trailer is plugged into the truck and I'm driving. That's what that's going to do. We're going to test that in a second. So I'm going to connect these. I'm going to put a butt connector on there, an eyelet, put it on there, connect it to the battery, and then we'll test the volts before and after. So I'll show you that in a second. Alright, so I forgot my voltmeter, but I got the lines, these two lines here, the small ones, two lines right, these little guys here. One's going to the power jack, which up and down, it's got a little light on it in case you're at night. And then the other one is going to this black power that I just showed you. So I don't have my voltmeter right now, but this should show volts. And right now it's showing 12.913. So I'm going to shut that off. I'm going to plug it in and start the truck and see if it goes up or not. All right, truck is running, connected. Let's see what it does. So yeah, it's showing 13.1, 13.2. So it is charging. You can see it where it's fluctuating up and down. So it's definitely charging. And I'm going to unplug this and see what changes. There, you see how it's not fluctuating? That should be charging. Let's see what it does again. Plug it back in. Yeah, see how it's immediately going up again? So it's fluctuating. It's up to 13.2. So it's actually charging right now. Pretty cool. I don't have my voltmeter, but this shows basically the volts when it's connected. See what power it's got. So it's pretty cool. Lights are working. Everything's connected. Alright, so quick overview. Got the winch installed, mounted. Battery installed, mounted. Connected to power from the truck to charge the battery. And then also we got one line going to the power jack. And let's see how it goes. I got my wireless remote here. Got this thing on there connected. And let's give it a shot. Alright, let's go. there you have it, folks. Well, that worked out really well. Obviously, I mean, this winch is definitely overkill, 13,000 pounds. The car is probably around 3,000 right now. You know, no fuel, no wiring, blah, blah, blah. No drive shaft, stuff like that. But definitely worked great. Remote, wireless remote is key, because otherwise you got to drag the line. I also have the one that plugs in, but otherwise you got to, you know, drag it all the way out, or you can't walk all the way down with it. But yeah, definitely pretty cool setup. Not only going to be using it for this car, but obviously you know, my business as well, which probably use it more for the business. But definitely badass trailer, and the winch, power jack, all that stuff is it's pretty cool. Car goes up like no problem. Looks good outside in the elements. Got the dovetail in the trailer, so pick up something low. Just had to put that wood there, otherwise the bumper was starting to hit the ramps. And I also jacked up the front a little bit, but obviously this car is slammed to the ground, especially in the front. But that's it. So any questions, definitely shoot me a comment if you have any questions, especially in the wiring. I know it's I watched a bunch of videos before I took the plunge on doing the charging wire, because, you know, I just want to make sure that everything was you know, where it should be. I don't want to hurt this battery or hurt the truck or whatever. So, but it turned out great. Just got to do a little bit of cleanup, and that's it. Definitely stay tuned for more videos coming. Definitely going to do a couple on the boat. I got a really cool GPS setup on the boat I want to show you guys. Low budget setup where you don't have to go out and spend $1,000, $1,500 on a Garmin. So that video is coming. Definitely keep on a lookout. I'm gonna try to do that this week coming up, and obviously a couple more coming on this bad boy. Getting it ready for paint soon. I got to button up the exhaust, and that's it. So thanks guys for checking in, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.